the entire state of California. We are here to launch the Southern California version of a very important challenge, our California Men's Service Challenge. We are here because California's boys and men are in crisis. They are more likely to fall behind in school. They are more likely to struggle with mental health and far too often disconnected from our communities and the workforce. These aren't just statistics. These are real lives, and their future is tied to the strength of our community. Governor Newsom's executive order called us to act. Today, we answer that call with a bold public-private solution, a statewide challenge to mobilize 10,000 positive adult male role models, mentors, as well as men serving in roles of coaches and tutors, all providing the consistent guidance and support every young person needs. Big Brothers Big Sisters is proud to be a core component of the governor's plan. For decades, we have built on the infrastructure, training systems, and safeguards that evidence-based mentorship works. It's scalable, it's safe, and it's effective. And this effort is only made possible because of the leadership of California Service Officer Josh Friday and the Office of Go Serve from the governor's office. An office that I am a commissioner of, and there are several commissioners here in the audience with me, so welcome. We are also supported by the state of California, so welcome to all my fellow CEOs, all 14 of you. In addition to Mentor California, Improve Your Tomorrow, and Richard Reeves Foundation, the Institute of Boys and Men. Together, we are standing shoulder to shoulder to ensure that every young boy has a mentor to guide them toward a brighter future. But government and nonprofits cannot do this alone. That is why I am proud to highlight the private sector partners who are stepping up, from leaders in healthcare like CalOptima and Hoag Health Center, to understand the, thank you, let's give a huge yes, who understand the preventative power of mentorship. And nobody hears you without the media, so thank you for being here. Media partners like Outdoor Advertising, iHeartMedia, and Influential. Let's give them a big round of applause. They are here today to pledge their support, because this press conference is only the beginning. This model in California, this is the model that California does best: a public sector leadership, nonprofit expertise, and private sector investment coming together to solve one of the most urgent challenges of our time. In a moment, you'll hear what this initiative means for us, and you'll also hear from one of our mentors and mentees who are bringing this work to life. So it is now my honor to introduce a fellow GoServe commissioner and someone who has been a steadfast champion for youth in our community, Supervisor Sarmiento.
Good morning, everybody. Thank you, Sloan. I'm Vicente Sarmiento, Orange County Supervisor for the 2nd District. Welcome to my fellow commissioners and everybody else to the 2nd District. I represent the entire city of Santana, parts of Anaheim, Orange, Garden Grove, and Tustin. So it's so great to be with all of you here. So Sloan and I are the only commissioners here in the county, so we always have each other's back. So thank you, Sloan, for everything you do. Let's give her a big round of applause, and her team. So I, am not going to go through the statistics that I think Sloan laid out very well. I have those before me, but we do realize that there is a struggle going on with our young men. And I had the opportunity to speak right now with Alessandro, and he was telling me his story, and he is one of the bright spots, and he is the reason why we're here, because we need to have more stories like his. I am the father of 2 boys and a daughter, so it's not to diminish that young women don't struggle, but right now it's young men who are unfortunately having a very, very difficult time. At the county, we see that many young men are thinking about things like, anxiety and depression and even suicide. And those are things that are very, very difficult for us to, fathom, because we all live in, probably one of the most beautiful counties in the country. And to know that we have pockets of people who struggle. And there was a stat that said, if you go to Angel Stadium and you fill it with young people, and you fill 3 Angel stadiums with young people, that is the number of people that are struggling approximately here in the county with mental health challenges. So this initiative couldn't come at a better time, because we know calling on 10,000 men to help and support. And I know in my own life, I've had the opportunity to mentor informally young men who, like me, had a tough time growing up here as a Latino in the county and all the challenges. And it's funny, Alessandro and I went to the same high school, and I told him 40 years ago, Foothill High, I was only one of 5 Latinos there. So it was a very difficult time because there was overt discrimination and racism. And, he was telling me he still felt some of that 40 years later. And even though the demographics have changed, we still see that as a reality. But mentors can change that. And I've had the benefit to be mentored and be a mentor myself. Another Foothill night, by the way, was an undocumented young man, from a single parent home. And he ended up going to Berkeley undergraduate, got his master's from Columbia and his PhD from GW. And so he is now a psychologist at, for veterans. And so those stories are the ones that we need to elevate. I want to make sure that we all understand that it is at crisis level right now. We see that a lot of the shootings across the country occur and are done by young men. And unfortunately, there is a path that we all, realize as we're growing up. And a mentor, somebody who can direct us in the right direction, can really help. And I want to highlight something that's happening here in Orange County. It's called Youth in Government. And it's a really great program where you have young men and women go up to the Capitol. They spend a week there, doing mock legislation. They do a night here in the Santa Ana Unified School District, also passing bills. But what it does is at least makes you realize that there could be a different future for many people many kids and young people that feel that there isn't one. So this is more than just an initiative. It's an opportunity to invest in our youth, in our own neighborhoods, and build a stronger, safer, and more connected Orange County. So I want to thank big brothers, big sisters, all my commissioners at California Volunteers and Go Serve, and everybody who makes this a reality. So thank you for leaning in on this. You can certainly count on our office to make sure we support this, and as a commissioner at Cal Vols. But really, the person who helps us do a lot of this and facilitate a lot of this is the next speaker, and I want to thank him, on behalf of all of us here in Orange County, for helping us address this critical problem. So I want to invite Chief Service Officer Josh Friday. Thank you, Josh, for everything that you do.
Thank you so much, Supervisor. Good morning, everyone. My name is Josh Friday, and as Chief Service Officer and Director of the Governor's Office of Service and Community Engagement, and also as a proud father of 3 young boys. I'm so grateful for everyone who's here today to be a part of this initiative, to take action. I'm so grateful for the public-private partnerships that were just announced, because that's what it's going to take for us to be successful in this particular moment. And I especially want to thank the Supervisor and Sloan for hosting us today in your district and also at your office. But as they mentioned, they are commissioners with California Volunteers and within Go Serve, and they were appointed by Governor Newsom, one, because of their leadership and the incredible work that they do, but also because of their clear passion for service and for mentorship and for getting more young people involved, which is why we're here today. That's what today is about. And recently, Governor Newsom signed an executive order to support young men and boys across the state of California with this statewide comprehensive effort to figure out how do we create connection and purpose and community for our young boys who need it in such a real way right now. And we've heard that we are in a crisis. And there's some tough facts. There's a tough reality that we as a state and as a community have to face. That right now our young men are 4 times as likely to commit suicide as our young women. That our young men are less likely to go to college. That our young men in California are more likely to be unemployed, and that when it comes to stepping up to serve and to volunteer in incredible organizations like Big Brothers and Big Sisters and in the California Service Corps, for every one young man that steps up to serve and volunteer, 2 young women do. And why does that matter? Why do we need to change that? Because right now, organizations like Big Brothers, Big Sisters, and many other mentorship programs around the state of California have long waiting lists. Waiting lists where we have young boys in need of a mentor, in need of a role model, in need of someone to show them love. And they don't have it. So we launched the Men's Service Challenge to call on 10,000 young men across the state of California to step up to be these mentors, to step up and serve and be these role models. And we need them. And we are here today. We are here in Orange County with our incredible partners because we need to recruit here in Orange County. We need to recruit hundreds of young men to step up right here with these organizations like Big Brothers, Big Sisters. And today, we are also announcing an investment of $5 million in grant funding to support this initiative and create new paid service opportunities across the state of California. For our young men, we have paid service opportunities and we have volunteer opportunities. We already have thousands of opportunities with the California Service Corps that we need people to step up and take these chances. Take the chance to make a difference. Take the chance to mentor somebody, to lead, to change a life. That's what we need. And I want to end with this before I get a chance to introduce our next speaker. I was very lucky. At a young age, I had the opportunity to serve in the United States military. I had the opportunity, like Senator Newman, to wear our country's uniform. And when you wear that uniform, what you get to experience is the experience of being needed. Is the experience of being part of something bigger than yourself, of being part of a mission. And with the Men's Service Challenge, we want an entire generation of young men in the state of California to hear a very clear and powerful message. We need you. We need you to be part of something. We need you to be part of this mission. We need you to step up, and we need you to do it now. And no one understands the importance of service, the power of service, the transformative nature of service better than your Senator, Tom Umberg, who has not only served his entire life in and out of uniform, has been in the Assembly, is now your state senator. He is a retired colonel in the Army, which as a Navy guy, I won't hold against you too much. But more importantly, and most impressively, he is married to a brigadier general, Robin. Senator Umberg.
Well, Josh, I got to hang out with you more. Yeah, that was very nice of you, but the whole wife's the general part, I don't like that so much. Yeah. Let me tell you why. The only reason that my wife always outranked me is because of the bias that exists in the military. You know it in the Navy, you know it in the Army. And that bias is in favor of people who are smarter and better leaders. And that's the only reason that she always outranked me is because she was just smarter and a better leader. I'm really honored to be here with so many great Californians, so many great Americans. I see my friend Josh Newman, best seatmate in the history of the California State Senate, who has been a champion for young people for his entire life, and I'm proud to be here with him. Same thing with Josh Friday. I've known Josh for some time, and Josh also has devoted his life to service here in California and service to our nation, and that's inspiring. And of course, Supervisor Sarmiento and I have very similar constituencies. In other words, we represent pretty much the same folks, and I've had a front row seat to watch Supervisor Sarmiento and his passion for our community, his passion for young people, and of course Sloan. We had a chance to tour Big Brothers and Big Sisters a little while ago, and as I said that day, and I'll repeat, is that people look around and they see a need. They look around and they see young people who are in need of support, who are in need of guidance, who are in need of mentorship. And a lot of folks go, somebody should do something about that. Somebody should mentor them. Someone should take responsibility. And the folks at Big Brothers and Big Sisters, Sloan and your team, you don't look around. You say, that's me. That's me. That's who should take responsibility. And I see so many folks here who have taken up that challenge. And what we need today is we need to expand the mentors, expand those who support. It's good for the community, but it's good for them as well. Those of us who have mentored young people, those of us who have taken on that challenge, know how enriching it is for yourself as well. So we need to spread the word, and I know you will spread the word. And one way we can do that is by example. And let me introduce Ralph and Alessandro here to talk a little bit about the program and about how it's changed their lives. So thank you. If you would welcome Ralph and Alessandro.
Hi, everyone. My name is Ralph De Los Santos, and I wanted to share why I became a big brother. Growing up, I personally didn't have a mentor or somebody to guide me through the bumps in the road that life brings, and I knew one way or another I wanted to give back and be that person for somebody else. From the start, Alessandro and I instantly connected. It was initially with cars and our interest in technology, and with that we were able to build trust, and with that small connection we grew into a larger and larger relationship, and at this point I do consider him my little brother. Right now, what I didn't expect that would end up happening was how much the interactions would change my life. When someone looks up to you, you hold yourself to a higher standard, and you want to lead by example. And with that, he's changed my life. Mentoring has given me perspective, purpose, and joy. Right now, there are a lot of boys waiting for someone to believe in them. You don't have to have all the answers, you just have to show up. All they want is somebody to spend time with them, hang out, do things you have similar interests in. So to every man listening, please step forward and make a difference in a young man's life.
Hi, everyone. My name is Alessandro. First off, I just want to say thank you to these two great men for serving our country. Thank you for your service. Can we give it up for them? As someone who has quite a bit of friends that have joined the military, I think that's another aspect in which mentorship and mental health issues are often overlooked. It's not just here in Orange County, but wherever all of those young, brave men and women are stationed. So, yeah, seriously, thank you. As a young, right, well, I like to think I'm young. I'm getting up there. I just turned 19. I'm entering a new part of my life, and I'm close to turning 20, and I think 10 years ago, I wouldn't have imagined that this is where I'd be. This summer, I told a lot of people that I had been matched with Ralph for 7 or 8 years. Come to find out, it's closer to 10. So it just goes to show that time flies when you're having a good time. As the oldest of 3, it was really hard growing up to look up to someone and ask a question. Hey, Mom, how do I do this? Hey, Mom, how do I do that? Or, hey, Dad, can I, look at you to teach me how to do this? And a language barrier didn't make that any easier. There was also a time where it's kind of hard to talk about, but going through like financial instability at an age where no kid should ever have to go through that was another point in time where it would have been really beneficial and really just life-changing to have someone there. And when my mom found out about Big Brothers Big Sisters, same situation as there is today, huge waiting list. And I didn't think I would ever get off of it. It was one of those things where it was, it'd be nice to have a shot at this, but if it doesn't work out, we'll just have to keep pushing through. And luckily for me, that wasn't the case. I ended up getting matched with Ralph, and like you said, first day, just sparks went flying. We instantly clicked, and he's guided me through middle school, high school, and now college. And it's been a blur, but it's been great. I'd be here all day if I was trying to outline all of the ways that his mentorship has improved me. But I think what encapsulates it best is that Ralph's mentorship has inspired me to one day want to pay it forward to another young man that was going through the same things that I was. So I echo all the sentiments that we've said today. Is if you're a young man thinking of mentoring a child who really needs it, please take up the challenge and change someone's life. Thank you.
Well, I just want to take a moment and thank these two. We have been to many places together. We've been to Sacramento. I have taken them lobbying. We've gone all over the place, and they've been down in Cabo. This relationship is special, and it is unique, but it's also right there for the taking. So thank you. Thank you for inspiring every one of us, because it isn't about what we have, it's what we give, right? And it takes so little to be big. So all you men out there, I'm throwing down the challenge. We want to meet you. You can do this. It will change your life. So thank you, both of you. So now I'd like to invite Tina Rose up. Tina, I play many hats here today. So I am the CEO of this amazing organization. I also chair the State Association for Big Brothers Big Sisters. And I want to thank, again, all of my colleagues who flew down here or drove down here today to represent. And Tina, would you take us through the State Association?
Thank you. I'm going to actually invite my colleagues to come and stand with me. This is a representation of the 14 agencies across our state that serve nearly every county from Humboldt all the way to where I'm from, which is San Diego. So thank you to these colleagues for driving and being here today. I'm honored to represent them this morning as one of their co-chairs. So this challenge, we know, is complex, and it's really bigger than any one organization. So to meet the magnitude of this need, we've unified an effective and dedicated group of organizations across California, really leveraging their expertise and tailored support for every young person, every young man in every community. And we want to recognize and thank those phenomenal statewide partners, and that's Improve Your Tomorrow, Mentor California, YMCA Los Angeles, the Giants Community Fund, the California Service Corps, and the American Institute for Boys and Men. And this alliance is really our greatest strength. So we are a unified force. Together, we're building a movement of mentorship across California. We know that true connection is active. It's active commitment, and we're calling for men to take action and become a lifeline for boys in crisis. Mentorship works. You just heard it from Alessandro and Ralph. But these stories are not isolated. We hear these stories every single day in all of our communities, and they are proof that connection combats isolation. Mentoring opens doors and empowers young people to achieve more than they ever imagined they could. And the impact is always reciprocal, as you heard Ralph say. This challenge carries a profound promise for men who answer the call. And that's that every big brother not only transforms a little's life, they transform their own in the process. And when a man steps forward, they gain real-world experience, forge powerful bonds of friendship, and discover a deeper sense of purpose through the act of giving. This is a once-in-a-generation opportunity to mobilize 10,000 men. This number is not an arbitrary goal. It's a necessary injection of social capital required to reshape our culture, reverse alarming mental health trends, and inject critical social resilience into communities across the state. Our hope is that this call of action will be turned into an embedded, systemically supported cultural movement. So we've told you why we're here, and now we need to tell you how you can join that movement. Sloan, do you want to help me out with this? Sure.
We need you. Boys are waiting. Communities are waiting. Families are waiting. So we ask men across California to step forward today. No matter your background, your skill set, your schedule, we have a role for you. So become a mentor, a coach, or a tutor. It's a few hours a month to be the consistent role model in a child's life, and really in a culture where all of us think, what's in it for me? It will change your life. So on behalf of the state of California, on behalf of the Go Serve commissioners, I just want to thank everybody. And I also would love to introduce my next guest, because this doesn't happen by itself. We talked a little bit about the private sector coming forward and investing in mentorship, looking at mentorship and tutoring and coaching as an upstream solution. That's what happens when you step in before there's a problem. That not only is more effective, more efficient, and less expensive, it is what we do every day for a living. So I would like to invite my friends from Cal Optima to come up and talk a little bit about their investment in this sector. Please join us. I'm sorry, Dr. Michelle Rose is coming to speak to you.
I was hiding. Good morning, everyone. Good morning. I'm Dr. Michelle Silva Rose, Chief Health Equity Officer at Cal Optima Health. As a longtime partner and collaborator with Big Brothers Big Sisters of Orange County, I'm happy to be with you at this event to honor our shared commitment to improving the lives and well-being of at-risk young men in our community. Mental health services for Orange County's youth are a critical part of Cal Optima Health's role as a Medi-Cal plan, and we are proud to have recently awarded a $1 million grant to scale mentorship through the Big Brothers Big Sisters of Orange County. Yeah. With these funds, Big Brothers Big Sisters will recruit and support 800 new or returning mentors representing the region's diverse communities. The funding will embed mentorship into the Orange County Department of Education's Orange County Pathways Initiative, with a goal of serving more than 10,000 youth through outreach efforts. The investment will help scale trauma-informed mentorship across schools, districts, university partners, with a special emphasis on students at risk of housing instability, poverty, and adverse childhood experiences. Mentored youth have stronger networks. They have better mental health and higher academic and career achievement. With homelessness rising in Orange County, mentorship can be a powerful form of an early intervention, as mentored youth are 20% more likely to attend college and 15%, and they'll earn 15% more over their lifetime. Both of these data points help to ensure housing stability. Cal Optima Health also believes that housing is health. So mentorship helps create stability before youth fall through the cracks, and stable housing provides the foundation for accessing health care. At Cal Optima Health, we strive to help all of our members achieve optimal health outcomes. Thank you, Big Brothers, Big Sisters, for your partnership in this important upstream effort. Together, we can ensure young people, including our boys and young men, have the stability, connection, and the support they need to be healthy and well. It is a privilege to serve the community with you. And next, I'd like to introduce Noreen Ippolito, President of San Diego Region for iHeartMedia and Big Brothers Big Sisters San Diego board member. Noreen?
Well, good morning, everyone. Yes, my name is Noreen Ippolito, and I'm the president of iHeart in San Diego. I'm a member of the Big Brothers Big Sisters board in San Diego. I'm actually a mom of 2 boys. I don't want to miss that. But most importantly, I was a big sister, so I know exactly the impact of this organization. I'm proud to be here today to represent iHeartMedia, which reaches over 90% of the United States, through our 850 broadcast radio stations and our iHeartRadio app. It's important as I represent iHeartMedia and pledge our support today for Big Brothers Big Sisters in an effort to reach more disconnected boys and young men with these life-changing power of mentorship. I knew as a kid that I was very lucky to be born where I was. I knew also that to whom much is given, much is required. When I was just 21 years old and literally making 0 money, I knew that I needed to do something bigger, so I joined Big Brothers Big Sisters as a big sister. My biggest concern was I didn't have any money to entertain my little sister, and I quickly realized that was not the problem. All she needed was to be loved, to be seen, and to know that someone else loved her. It was an amazing relationship, and we still speak to each other 36 years later. Yeah, she's become an awesome human being. So if that is not proof enough, mentorship truly changes the world. Our support does not just include me either. Actually, Tony Coles is the president of our Black Information Network, as well as one of the regional presidents of iHeartMedia, and he has pledged his support as well. He serves on the Big Brothers Big Sisters America Board of Directors. So I am here to commit our support today with iHeartMedia across California and in the California Men's Challenge. We'll be using our radio stations and our iHeartRadio app and our streaming platform to help to mobilize those 10,000 men to serve as positive role models. But it starts here today with you. Who's up for the challenge, right? Tell your friends and use your social media channels and invest in the youth, because that's an investment in all of our future. Thank you.
So thank you for being here today. What you saw and what you heard is the trifecta. It's what happens when the public sector leadership intersects with nonprofit expertise and private sector investment. This is what success looks like. So thank you to everyone for being here today. Let's go, men of California.
Oh, good. We should do that. Yeah. I was told to be here at 9.